I'm Connie Cenac. I'm a wife, a mother, a grandmother, and a great grandmother. I'm also co pastoring a church. I've written books. I'm working on my PhD. I oversee a healthcare company and a Christian school, among other things. I'm a very busy woman, but you know what? I never dreamed in a million years that this is where I'd end up. I honestly wanted to be a housewife and a mother. That's my big ambition in life. And yet, God had another plan for my life, through necessity and marriage circumstances. I became a businesswoman, not because I wanted to, but because that was the path God had for my life. And I think that's the number one thing I can tell people right now as you look towards your future and you think, what am I going to do? Am I going to go into the corporate world and climb the ladder of success? Am I going to start a small business? What am I going to do with the rest of my life? And I'm 75 years old, and I'm telling you, I'm on my 15th career. It's never too late to start. But what are the things I can give you? Well, some advice. Well, if you're just starting out in business, I would say find out what you're really good at. What are you really good at? You know what? I got a degree in accounting because I'm really good at math. But I don't do accounting right now, but it does help in my business to be able to read financial statements. I'm also very artistic. And with training, I probably could have been an interior designer, which I absolutely love. But God directed my steps all through my life. I didn't have grandiose ideas and grandiose plans. And I'd say, just let it go and just step into what God has in front of you right now. He opens doors that no man can shut. He shuts doors no man can open. So if He's opened a door for you, walk in it and be faithful. Do the best job you can do. Be the best employee you can be. When I worked at Dairy Queen for 75 cents an hour at the age of 17, I made everything look like the pictures in the posters in the windows. So, God honors that. He blesses the hands of the diligent. And so that's the first thing. Now, I do want to say, as a business person, and you're entering into business maybe for the first time, there are several pitfalls that you need to be aware of. Number one, the first and foremost reason why small businesses fail is because of embezzlements. And that's because while you're doing what you do, the service or product you're selling, that you get bigger and bigger, and so you can't handle all the work, so you hire somebody to help you with the accounting, with the finances, the banking and all that, billing and accounts payable, accounts receivable. When you do that, you are an open target for embezzlement. 40% of small businesses fail because of embezzlement. It's very difficult to get to that stage where you have enough business that you can afford to hire multiple people within your accounting department that will segregate the activities that have to be done. And that helps protect you from embezzlement, but it is not a guarantee. Anyone at the top of your accounting department can steal from you. We were embezzled many times, several times actually, and until we were able to get a CFO that was just the epitome of integrity, and she protected us for all the 30 something years she worked for us. She just retired. The second reason people go out of business is because of cash flow. When your outflows exceed your incomes, you're going to go out of business. So you need to, I would suggest that you go into a business that is not a receivable business. What's that? It's where you provide a good or service and you bill for it today, but you don't get paid for several months down the road. That's the kind of business I'm in with my healthcare business, and it's very difficult, especially for us trying to get paid for services. We have taken care of patients, and the insurance companies, they're raping the system. They don't want to pay for the services that we're providing. So we have to fight for every dime we get from them. But if you're in a cash business like restaurants and that kind of thing, um, you need to, you're going to have to stay on top of it. You're going to have to stay there. Listen, I wanted to always own my own Dairy Queen shop. So I talked to an owner of a Dairy Queen, and I love I wanted to do a special one. And I talked to the owner and he said, "You know what? Unless you're going to stand at this counter, don't do it." So if you don't want to be right there at the counter, you're going to be robbed blind because people steal. My sister just opened Miss Lucy's Tea Room in Baghdad, Florida, and she's 71 or 2 years old, but this is her dream. And now she is 70 years old, and she's baking little tea cakes and things like that. She's doing the work. She's serving her customers. She's there every day. And that's hard work. And when you're young, that's good. I don't know how my sister's going to make it. I work every day, but I love coming to work. And I think that's the thing. She loves going to work, and so do I. I have an incredible team of people working with me. We work together to accomplish the goals, which are quality home health care for our patients and a quality education, Christian education for the children in our school. Now, let me tell you the number one thing I want you to take from this. Do you know what your number one asset is? It's your people, it's your employees. They are your greatest asset. And every single one of them is valuable, or they wouldn't be on your payroll. If you didn't need them, you wouldn't be paying them. And I want to brag on my housekeeping guy. He is amazing. I'm going to tell you, his name's Dante. And every time I see him, he is working. He has something he is doing. I don't ever see him slouch or not doing something, gossiping or talking in the hallway. He's working. And I'm going to tell you, every time I see him, I tell him how important he is, how much I appreciate him. I can't afford to pay my employees what they're worth. They're worth far more than what I pay them. But I'm limited in what I can do because of how I get paid for the services we render. And I know that every one of my teachers could work for a lot more money in public school system, but we can't afford to pay them what they can make there. But I can tell you that praise goes a long way. When your employees feel like you love them, that you care for them, you care about what they're going through in their home life and what they're going through, I'm telling you, that goes so far. People want to feel like they're a part of something big. So set the vision before them and invite them into the problem solving uh, situations. Make them a part of the team. Let them know they're valuable, and you'll go a long way with God's help. Bye.